Chosen one. The divine removal. Why you are about to lose what you thought was stable. Chosen one, I need you to sit down for this. In the next 21 to 45 days, something you have been holding on to will be removed from your life. Not maybe, not possibly, it is already in motion. And this message, the one you are reading right now, was supposed to reach you 2 weeks ago. But the enemy delayed it. He knew that once you heard this, you would stop fighting to keep what God is removing. Pause for a moment. If you feel a knot in your stomach reading this, that is confirmation. Type 777 in the comments. This activates divine protection through the transition you are about to experience. Listen carefully now. What you are about to lose is not a loss. It is a liberation. God is making space for what you have been praying for. But to receive the new, you must release the old. And heaven has set the timeline. 21 to 45 days from this moment. You already sense it. Do not you. The job that suddenly feels shaky. The relationship that is quietly dying. The situation that is becoming unbearable. That is not coincidence. That is divine disruption. God is orchestrating an exit before you even realize you need one. This is not random timing. You were meant to hear this now while there is still time to prepare, to process, to position yourself for what comes next. Most people experience divine removal as crisis because they were not warned. But you, chosen one, you are being given advance notice. That changes everything. Before I tell you what you are losing, let me tell you why. Because understanding the why will transform how you experience the what. Scroll slowly. This will challenge everything you believe about stability. You have been loyal, faithful, patient. You stayed when others left. You kept trying when it made no sense. God sees that. He honors that. But here's what you need to understand. The enemy has made you comfortable in the wrong place. That job. It pays just enough to keep you from pursuing your calling. Just enough to make you think twice before taking the risk. Just enough to keep you stable but stuck. That relationship. It is just good enough to keep you from meeting your destiny partner. Just functional enough that you tell yourself it could be worse. Just familiar enough that change feels scarier than settling. That city, that living situation, that friend group, that routine, it is stable, but it is a cage, and God is about to unlock the door. Listen carefully now. Comfortable is the enemy's most effective strategy. He does not need to destroy you. He just needs to keep you comfortable enough that you never pursue what you were created for. Safe enough that you never risk. Stable enough that you never leap. Let me show you the biblical pattern. Remember Abraham? God said, leave what is familiar. Leave your father's house. Leave everything you know. And Abraham had to walk away from stability to step into destiny. Remember Moses? God disrupted his comfortable shepherd life. 40 years of routine shattered in one burning bush moment. Remember Ruth? She lost her husband, left her homeland, released everything familiar and found Boaz on the other side of obedience. The pattern is clear. God removes what is good to position you for what is great. He disrupts what is comfortable to activate what is called. But here's what most believers never experience. Most believers are level 1, 2, or 3. They stay comfortable. They settle for stable. They never walk through divine removal because God only disrupts assigned lives. Average lives stay average. But you, chosen one, you are level 4. And level 4 believers face divine disruption because they carry divine assignment. The removal happens within 45 days. I am giving you advance notice, so you do not fight what God is orchestrating, so you do not cling to what heaven is releasing, so you do not panic when the floor drops out from under what you thought was stable. But why you? Why is God removing this from your life specifically? Part of the answer is in the pattern you have been walking. This removal is proof you are chosen. Let that sink in. God does not disrupt average lives. He disrupts assigned lives. The fact that you are about to experience divine removal confirms what your spirit has always known. You are marked for more. Here is what the enemy has been doing. He has been using this stable thing, the job, the relationship, the situation to delay your breakthrough. It was not holding you up. It was holding you back. And God, in His mercy, is about to forcibly remove what you have been too afraid to release on your own. There are 3 types of divine removal, and one of them is happening in your life right now. Listen carefully. Type 1. The job or income stream that kept you too busy for your calling. You have been faithful. You have worked hard, but you are exhausted, drained. And every time you think about your real purpose, you are too tired to pursue it. That job is on God's removal list. Type 2. The relationship that drained you, but you called it loyal. The friend who takes but never gives. The romantic connection that is going nowhere, but you stay because you have already invested so much time. The family dynamic that is toxic, but you tolerate it because it is familiar. God is creating the exit. Type 3. The location or situation that felt safe but blocked your next level. The city where you know everyone but nothing new is happening. The living arrangement that is comfortable but keeps you small. The routine that is predictable but soul-crushing. Heaven is orchestrating the move. Let me tell you about Jennifer. Not her real name, but her story might sound familiar. Jennifer worked at the same company for 8 years. Good salary, benefits, security, but she was miserable. She had a business idea she never pursued because the job felt too stable to leave. Then one day, without warning, her position was eliminated. She thought it was a crisis. She panicked. She sent out resumes desperately, but nothing landed. For 30 days, she was in the gap, unemployed, uncertain, terrified, until she stopped fighting the removal and started trusting the process. She used her severance to fund the business she had been too afraid to start. Within 6 months, she was making 3 times her old salary, with freedom, with purpose, with joy she had forgotten was possible. The removal felt like loss, but it was liberation. Here's what you need to understand. Your parents played it safe and stayed stuck. Your grandparents chose stability and sacrificed calling. But you are the one God chose to break that generational pattern. This removal is not just about you. It is generational liberation. I know you are scared. I know you are thinking, but what if this is not God? What if I am making a mistake? What if this is the enemy attacking me? Let me show you 3 signs that prove this removal is divine, not demonic. Sign 1. Unusual peace. You should be panicking, but there is a strange calm. Even when you try to worry, something in your spirit whispers, trust this. You cannot explain it. Your mind is racing, but your soul is settled. That is the Holy Spirit confirming divine orchestration. When the enemy attacks, you feel chaos, fear, confusion. But when God removes something, even though your circumstances are shaking, your spirit stays steady. That peace that passes understanding. That is your confirmation. Do not dismiss it. That is heaven, speaking louder than your circumstances. Sign 2. Dreams and visions. You have been dreaming about change, seeing visions of a different life. Hearing whispers of it is time to go. God speaks when we sleep, because our conscious mind stops resisting. He has been preparing you before the removal happens. Those dreams were not random. They were prophetic previews. If you have been waking up with a knowing that something is about to shift, pay attention. If you have been seeing yourself in different places, different roles, Different relationships, that is God downloading the future while your defenses are down. The removal is coming because the preparation is complete. Sign 3. Simultaneous opportunities. This is the sign most people miss. Right. As the old thing is ending, random opportunities are appearing. New connections forming. Unexpected messages arriving. Doors you did not knock on are cracking open. That is God positioning before He removes. He never takes without giving. He just removes the old to make room for the new. If you are experiencing 2 or more of these signs right now, type ready in the comments. This confirms you are in the divine removal season, and your agreement with heaven accelerates the process. But here is what you must understand. The removal happens whether you are ready or not. God's timeline is set, but if you cooperate instead of resist, you skip 5 years of struggle. If you release instead of cling, you walk into the upgrade immediately. So what exactly is being removed from your life? Let me get specific. If you are employed somewhere that drains you, pays you just enough to keep you dependent, has toxic culture that crushes your spirit, or keeps you too exhausted for your side, calling that job is on God's removal list. Listen carefully now. You have learned what you needed to learn there. You have made the connections God wanted you to make. You have developed the skills required for your next level. But now you are overstaying your assignment. And God is about to close that chapter whether you feel ready or not. The fear is screaming in your mind right now, but the bills, the stability, the insurance, the mortgage. I need this job. That is the old you talking. The version of you that believed provision came from a paycheck instead of from God. But the new you, the chosen one version that is emerging, is about to step into provision that does not depend on a boss. Here's what most people miss. Employment is not your source. God is. The job was a tool, a training ground, a season. But it was never meant to be permanent. You were never created to spend 40 years making someone else's dream come true while your calling dies in your spare time. Let me tell you about Nolan. Not his real name. Nolan was laid off without warning from a job he had held for 12 years. He freaked out. He felt betrayed. He thought God had abandoned him. But he used his severance to start consulting. Within 1 year, he was making 5 times his old salary. With freedom to set his own schedule. With authority to choose his clients. With joy he had not felt in over a decade. The layoff felt like disaster. But it was divine disruption. God removed what was good to position him for what was great. If this is you, start now. Do not wait for the pink slip. Update your resume during the 45-day window. Activate your LinkedIn. Research your calling. Set up an LLC. Prepare while you still have income. Because when the removal happens, you want to be positioned, not panicking. But maybe it is not your job. Maybe it is something more personal. If you are in a relationship, romantic, friendship, or family dynamic that is one-sided, emotionally draining, going nowhere, or you know in your spirit is not your assignment. God is about to create the exit. You keep trying. They keep disappointing. You forgive. They repeat the pattern. You call it commitment. God calls it comfortable dysfunction, and He loves you too much to let you settle for a connection that blocks your destiny. Listen carefully now. This person is not bad. They are just not yours. Not wrong. Just wrong for you. Not evil. Just not aligned. And God is removing them to protect you from settling and to position you for the person He assigned. Here's the pattern you have been walking. You stay because you have already invested so much time. You tolerate because leaving feels harder than enduring. You convince yourself it will get better even though nothing has changed in months, sometimes years. But deep in your spirit, you know this is not it. Your soul is whispering, let go. Your inner voice is saying, this is not your person. Your discernment is screaming you are settling, but fear keeps you clinging to what is familiar instead of trusting God for what is destined. The old version of you says, I can fix them. I can make this work. I will give it one more chance. If I just try harder, love better, sacrifice more, it will shift. But the new version, the awakened chosen one, says, I honor what this was. I release what this is not. I am available for what is assigned. That shift in identity changes everything, because you cannot stay internally transformed and externally stuck in the wrong relationship. It is impossible. Your internal awakening will create external movement, whether you initiate it or God does. If you are in this situation, type release in the comments right now. This is not just engagement. This is breaking soul ties. This is activating divine alignment. This is giving heaven permission to orchestrate the exit you have been too afraid to create on your own. But maybe it is not a relationship. Maybe what God is removing is your entire environment. If you have been feeling, I need to leave this city, this home, this situation, but fear has kept you, God is about to force the move. You have outgrown where you are. The connections you need are not there. The opportunities you are called to do not exist in your current environment. But it is familiar, so you stayed. It is comfortable, so you settled. It is all you know, so you convinced yourself it was enough. But deep in your spirit, you know, this is not where I am supposed to be. You feel it when you drive familiar streets. You sense it when you see the same faces. You know it when another month passes and nothing new happens. You are geographically stuck, and God is about to shake you loose. The lease is not renewing. The roommate is leaving. A sudden job opportunity in a different city appears. Family dynamics shift, and the living situation changes. God is closing the door on the old location to open doors in the new. Let me tell you about Rachel, not her real name. Rachel stayed in her hometown for 15 years after college. All her friends were there. Her family was there. It was safe, predictable. But she felt stuck. She prayed for change but resisted every opportunity that required relocation. Then her company offered a transfer she did not want. She fought it. She tried to negotiate staying, but the door closed with finality. She moved, angry and afraid. Within 6 months, she met her spouse. Within 1 year, she doubled her income. Within 2 years, she found purpose she did not know existed. The move felt forced, but it was freedom disguised as disruption. If this is you, start researching new cities now. Clean out belongings. Mentally prepare for movement. It is coming within 45 days, whether you initiate it or heaven orchestrates it. But I know what you are feeling right now. Even though this is divine, it hurts. Let me give you permission for something most prophetic voices will not. Even though this removal is divine, it will hurt. You can be excited about the future and sad about the ending. Both are true. Both are valid. Both are honoring to God. The pain you feel is not weakness. It is proof you invested fully. God honors that. But He will not let your past investment block your future inheritance. Remember, Jesus wept at Lazarus' tomb even though He knew resurrection was coming. He felt the loss even though He knew the miracle was moments away. You can cry about what is ending even though you know breakthrough is coming. Grief does not mean lack of faith. It means you are human. So if you need to mourn, mourn. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to feel the loss before you celebrate the gain, do that. God is big enough to hold your sadness and your hope simultaneously. Comment grieving if you need permission to feel the loss while trusting the process. This community will pray you through. Because divine removal is not easy. It is just necessary, But here is what you need to know. What is coming after the removal is worth what you are releasing. God does not take your job without giving you a calling. He does not remove the wrong person without sending the right one. He does not close one door without opening three. This is divine exchange, and it is always an upgrade. Listen carefully to what is coming. Job removal leads to business, or calling that pays 2 to 5 times more. With freedom to set your schedule, with authority to choose your clients, with purpose that makes you leap out of bed instead of dragging yourself to work. Relationship removal leads to aligned partner within 6 to 12 months. Someone who sees you, someone who chooses you, someone who matches your frequency instead of draining your energy. Location removal leads to environment where you thrive, not just survive, where opportunities find you, where connections form naturally, where you finally feel like you belong. Here is the timeline. The removal happens in 21 to 45 days. The replacement shows up within 90 days. There is a gap that is the preparation period. That is where faith is built. That is where the old you dies and the new you emerges. The enemy will attack during the gap. He will whisper, "You made a mistake. Go back. Beg for the old thing. Tell them you were wrong. Settle for what you know, instead of trusting God for what is coming." Do not. The gap is sacred. The gap is necessary. The gap is where transformation happens. Type upgrade in the comments to activate the divine exchange over your life right now. As soon as God removes it, the enemy will make it look better. Suddenly, the toxic job offers a promotion. The wrong person texts, "I have changed." The old situation seems not that bad. This is a test. Remember the Israelites in the wilderness. They wanted to return to Egypt. It was slavery, but it was familiar. God said, "Keep walking, promised land ahead." Do not let nostalgia for captivity make you abandon freedom. You will face 3 enemies during the gap. Enemy 1, the devil, external temptation to return. He will orchestrate circumstances that make going back look easy, staying forward look impossible. Enemy 2, the world, people saying you are making a mistake. Family questioning your decision, friends pointing out the risks, voices of doubt everywhere. Enemy 3, your old self, internal fear whispering, "You cannot make it. What if you fail? What if nothing better comes? What if this was your only chance?" But here's your anchor. You are not who you were 90 days ago. The old you would go back. The chosen one version of you keeps walking forward. The awakened identity does not settle. The transformed self does not return to what it outgrew. Pray this daily during the gap. Father, block every counterfeit offer. Make the old thing repulsive to me. Give me disgust for what I used to tolerate. Seal the door behind me so I cannot turn back even if I wanted to. That prayer protects you in the wilderness. Let me give you a roadmap for the next 45 days. Week 1 and 2 preparation phase. Journal what you are feeling. Research next opportunities. If it is a job, update your resume. If it is a relationship, start emotionally detaching. If it is a location, research new cities. Clean out physical space. Clearing belongings is symbolic of clearing mental and spiritual space. Tell safe people what you are sensing. You will need support. Week 3 and 4 transition phase. The removal likely happens here. Do not panic. You were warned. You were prepared. Lean into community. Pray, worship, document the process. You will need this testimony later. This is where faith becomes action. Week 5 and 6 stabilization phase. Resist the urge to rush back to the old thing. Stay in the gap even when uncomfortable. Watch for divine doors opening. They will. Practice gratitude for what is ending and what is coming. Both deserve honor. Screenshot this timeline and save it. You will need it when the removal happens. Comment prepared to lock this in. But here is what will determine whether you thrive or just survive this season. Identity shift. There is an old identity that allowed the removal to hurt this much, and there is a new identity waiting to emerge on the other side. Let me show you the shift, old identity that is dying. I need this job, person, situation to survive. I am not qualified for better. Change is scary. Familiar is safe. What if I fail? New identity that is activating. God provides through me, not just for me. I am overqualified for my calling. I have been training my whole life. Change is God moving. Familiar is God removing. What if I fly? Can you feel the difference? The old identity clings. The new identity releases. The old identity fears. The new identity trusts. The old identity settles. The new identity soars. For the next 45 days, declare these daily. I release what God is removing. I receive what God is sending. I trust the gap between old and new. I am chosen for this transition now. Write in the comments. One old belief you are releasing, plus one new belief you are activating. This creates accountability. This activates community support. This seals your decision. Let me ask you 3 questions, and I need you to answer honestly. First, what version of yourself shows up when you think about this removal? The version that panics, or the version that trusts? Second, what are you tolerating right now that your awakened self would never accept? Third, what decision have you been avoiding because the old you is afraid? Those answers reveal everything, because transformation is not about trying harder to keep what is leaving. It is about awakening to who you are becoming. Now we seal this in prayer. We are about to seal this word in prayer. If you are ready to release what God is removing and receive what He is sending, place your hand on your heart right now. Father, I thank you that you love me too much to leave me comfortable in the wrong place. I release the job that was provision but not purpose, the relationship that was companionship but not covenant, the situation that was familiar but not fruitful. I receive divine removal as divine protection, the gap between old and new as preparation, the upgrade you are positioning for the chosen one I am becoming. I decree over the next 45 days, I will not panic when the removal happens. I will not return to what you are releasing. I will not rush the gap you are using to build my faith. I will trust your timing and your provision. I declare the old job. Better calling coming, the wrong person. Right person being positioned, the limiting location, expansive environment ahead. I am not who I was yesterday. The old life is ending. The chosen one identity is activating. What you are removing is making room for what I prayed for. Within 90 days, I will testify of your faithfulness. I will see the upgrade with my own eyes. I will wonder why I ever fought to keep the old thing. I trust you. I release control. I receive the liberation disguised as loss. In Jesus' name, Amen. Type Amen to seal this prayer. Tag one person who needs to hear. What you are about to lose is making room for what you have been praying for. Subscribe now. In 48 hours, I am releasing the 90-day testimony. What happened after the divine removal? Real stories, real transformations. You will need that encouragement when you are in the gap. 90 days from now, you will look back at this moment and say, I cannot believe I almost fought to keep what God was removing. The removal is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of the chapter you have been begging God to write. Let it go. Trust the process. Watch God work. Your liberation is disguised as loss. But chosen ones see it for what it is. Divine disruption for divine positioning. Your tomorrow does not begin when circumstances change. Your tomorrow begins when you change, and that shift happens now. Now go walk in it,